Hi everyone, my name is Giulio and this is my personal psychology. I've chosen to call my channel My Personal Psychology because I've studied psychology and I would like to share what I've learned in my studies. And I've chosen to call my channel My Personal Psychology because I think it's very valuable to not just talk about theories and research, but also share some of my personal experiences and hopefully also my insights. And I think that might not just be relevant to me. So I'm very inspired by the quote from the famous psychologist Carl Rogers, who has said, "What is most personal is most universal." And I think that that reflects that after all, we're not so different, and the personal can also be a source of insight. But don't worry, I will not just always mix up the personal with the research part. I will clearly separate those things during my episodes. So I will first talk about the psychological research and then talk about my personal experiences. I will also try to challenge myself, where, for example, I talk about the positive characteristic, a virtue. So, for example, in the first episode, I will talk about patience, and then I will challenge myself to try to become more patient. And then I will share with you, well, what has succeeded, where maybe I have failed to become more patient, or what has been the obstacle exactly. And I think that this way it will be more authentic and more real. And the second important element of my podcast is Chinese philosophy, because besides studying psychology, I have had the chance to study philosophy. Well, actually, I did a second study in philosophy, first of the Western tradition in analytical philosophy, and then I had the chance to go to China to study Chinese there for a year. And after that, I got another chance. I got a scholarship and was able to do a master in Chinese philosophy and culture at Fudan University in Shanghai. And during these studies, I've learned a lot, and well, a lot that I think is really worth sharing. And I think that Chinese philosophy has a lot to offer. It has to offer deep insights, practical wisdom, and certainly some new perspective. And now you might be wondering how a podcast can be both about psychology and Chinese philosophy, especially if it's not a mere addition of topics. And here I would like to say that I will always do an episode on just one topic. So as I said before, the first episode will be on patience, and then I will do what Chinese philosophy has to say on patience and what psychological research has to say on patience, and then I will also try to compare and see whether there are some differences or also some important overlaps and what we can learn from that. And I think this way our understanding of patience can be increased or really a lot deepened. And yeah, I think that's very valuable, and I hope you will agree after watching the video. And whether I will succeed at integrating all those insights into one coherent whole is something that you will have to judge for yourself. And I guess you can only do that by watching one of my videos. And yeah, I hope you do that. I thank you already for your time, and I really hope that you will enjoy my content. Goodbye.